Hey there, friends. Dan here from the 15 Minutes Lame podcast. Thought I would do a quick filler video since I haven't got a new podcast up, since October, and I do apologize. That's my New Year's resolution, to try and get out at least once a month, if not twice a month. And ideally, the super goal would be to do one once a week. But, you know, still new at this. I've made it through a year, though, so I'm pretty excited about that. That's really cool. But I thought I might show you how I produce the podcast. Some people have asked, some people may not care, but you know, it's my show. You want to see something cool? You do your own show, and it's super easy. And at the end of this, you will see that how easy it really is. So here we go. All right, ladies and gents, here is the show. I'm sorry for the little glare of the light on my phone camera, but you know, still cheap production here. So this is pretty much, let me move this over here, pretty much the entire setup for my podcast. We have first, let's move this pop filter out of the way, the mic piece. This is an ATR 2100 microphone. It's fantastic microphone. I highly recommend it for anyone that is interested in doing any type of vocal recording. Let me move this out of the way here because that's going to be a big blare. But what's cool about this microphone is that it is not only traditional XLR, like a regular professional microphone sound, but it's also got a USB plug, so you can plug it in directly into your PC. If you are wanting to use something high quality straight into your PC. And obviously I've got a nice little boom mic here, and the pop filter that comes down like this, and I adjust my microphone, and basically what that ends up doing is that gets rid of all of the plosives when you're talking into the microphone. The plosives are the p sounds when you're recording something, and that kills that. Moving right along, it's got a nice cable here, and that goes into my Behringer 1204 USB mixer here. Pretty standard mixer here. I've got 4 separate plugs, so I could have 3 in-studio guests if I wanted to, each with their own control for sounds and things. This one happens to be mine here, and so I can control the way I sound. I can take in, make me sound all pretty with these dials. I can completely mute myself right here if I need to. And mute any of my guests if they get a little out of line and I need to cut their mics off. That's pretty cool. Right here is the master volume control. This goes up and down to control everything here, all the volume, and that goes out. Couple other plugs that you see up here, which come in real handy, is this one I just got. This is a 1/4-inch plugs. And those go, interesting to do this through the camera. Those go right there. And this is currently plugged into my Samsung Tab 3. And what's cool about that is I use my Tab 3 to hold Google Hangouts and Skype calls. And it's plugged into the headphones jack there, which then pushes all that music, all that's going on over there, into here, which allows me to control the levels, make it louder or softer or whatever I need to do with my guest. So what's cool about that, again, is remote guests live, and I can have my conversation with them when we audio record it. That's my awesome screen back there. But currently, the way this is all set up is it's got a USB plug right here. And that USB plug goes down through here with this camera connector to my iPad. And this iPad connects in with a lightning plug there. And this is what I use. I use a, wow, that's a big glare. I'm sorry. Oh, there we go. That works. I'll zoom in a little bit here. Perfect. I use this app called BossJock. Oh, that didn't work very well. Let's zoom back out. There we go. This app called BossJock. And what BossTalk does is it's an all-in-one studio. So this is a very much a on-the-go recording. So I can control my microphone here, and if you, I have my mic plugged in up over there, and so you can now see that the levels. Oop, there we go. Now you can see that the levels are bouncing right there, and I control the microphone in and out there. All these are carts, so basically if I push this button here, this starts up some music. This is my outro music at the end of every podcast. And then I talk over that. And what's cool about this is as I'm talking, and you can't hear this, but as I'm talking, if I let go of this, it releases that track and it makes it louder. So I can cut in and talk over the top of my music. Pretty cool idea. You can get this. It's only on iTunes right now, or on iPhones and iPads currently, and it runs $10. Fantastic app for the money that you're getting. What's cool about this is that, like I said, all these different types of tracks here. And I just push what I want, and it starts it up. This is my intro music for every show. And I can set it up to fade out, and then I record. And then as far as all my editing, this is it. It does a live feed edit, which is why it's a really good for live podcasts. Like if you're going to take this out to interview people, pretty cool thing that way. But if you look here, so here's all my different shows. And then basically what I would do is I would select it. And then I can hit export, and then I'm choosing what I'm exporting to. Whether I want to email it to something, I can FTP it directly to my web so that it gets put up on iTunes and whatnot. I can actually send it to a Dropbox for sharing that way. I can SoundCloud it. I can make copies of it and then drop it into other editing software. To do those type of things, and I can change the compression, whether I want it mono and stereo and all that. That's all the technical mumbo jumbo that some people might think is really cool, but you may not. But that's that. Let's go ahead and push that. I'm going to go ahead and turn off that. That's pretty much the setup. What I'm currently hoping to do is get all that into my iPad or into my tablet. Gosh, I'm a big nerd, aren't I? I want to use this, this is Audacity, which is a software, free software download to be able to save all my audio to, and use the computer, and that way I can do a little bit more clean editing and get a little bit more professional. But I mean, there's not a whole lot here. It's a microphone. You don't even need this. Technically, I could plug this microphone when this was like a $50 mic. This piece right here is a $10 adapter. You could plug that USB right into the back of the mic here, like right here. There's a USB plug here. Right here is a headphone, so you can plug your headphones in and monitor what you're listening to. And like I said, that can go directly into there. If you have an iPad already, obviously the iPad would be the expensive part of this operation if that's what you wanted. And then the BossTalk app, which is $10. That's going to do it for the quick tour of the quote-unquote studio here at the 15 Minutes Lame podcast. Ladies and gents, it's been a wonderful 2014. I'm looking forward to exploring 2015 and all of the wonderful nerdery things that we've yet to discover coming up. And I don't know if I'll have another podcast before the end of the season. I know that it's been since October. The holidays was busy work-wise and socially, family and friend commitments, things like that. But I have a couple of resolutions that I'll go ahead and hit on right of the way right now. And I know resolutions are typically kind of hokey and people don't usually follow through with them, but I'm going to do my best. So resolutions may not be a word. Goals. We'll use goals. Goals is a better word. So the goals for next year for the podcast is at least once a month, get a new episode out. Now, getting that one out of the way, once every 2 weeks would be great. And let's be honest, if I can get off my butt and do what I need to do. Hopefully once a week would be spectacular. Plus adding more video. I'm recording this right now with my new tripod stand that I got for my phone, and I'm going to go ahead and try to edit all of this together. This is actually 3 separate videos that I shot with my camera, and I'm using a Windows Movie Maker, actually. So if you have a better free video editor for the time being, that would be better than this, and is kind of idiot-proof to use, because I'm kind of an idiot at some things. I'm learning, but, you know, baby steps, baby steps. But if you have something else that you think would be a better thing to use than Movie Maker, please let me know in the comments below. Yeah, so like I said, at least a show once a month. You're hearing my my Xbox One calling my name. I'm playing Assassin's Creed Unity right now. I'm gonna eat some dinner. I'm gonna get this edited, get this up before the new year, and yeah, that's kind of it. So like I said, folks, we're going to do our best to have a new episode at least once a month next year, hopefully twice a month, and if everything lines up, the stars align, and the Lady of the Lake holds aloft Excalibur for me, I'll get one once a week. But in the meantime, please subscribe to this channel, go over on Facebook, like us there, join the conversation over at our Twitter feed. I'm going to try my best to boost that and be a little bit more social with it and see if we can't grow that community. And the Twitter handle is @15mofl. I'm going to try and put it up here if I can figure that out. If I don't figure that out, I'll put it in the comments below, or in the notes below here. 15mofl. The number 15mofl is the Twitter handle. Reach out to me if you have comments, questions, anything at all. Please reach out to me either on Facebook or on the Twitter, or you can also email me, and the email address is lamehost@15mofl.com. If it's a little bit longer, or maybe you don't want public to read it, your secret is safe. Get a hold of me. All right, guys. Unless I do get another podcast out, which I don't think I will, I hope you all have a wonderful new year. I've had a fantastic 2014. I'm looking forward to 2015, and we'll see you then.